Thank you for calling the inaugural 30 Minutes or Less podcast. Steve has cooked up a show that will have you out in less than half an hour. This show is possible due to our sponsor P.F. Chang's and funding from PBS. Start the fucking show. We're wasting time.
New pod, who dis? This is 30 Minutes or Less, and I'm your host, Steve. Just a quick intro to what I'm looking to do with the show. It's not my first podcast. My previous ones were basically abandoned due to children that I now have. Now that they're 4, they're good to go. They don't need anything. So I'm looking to do a weekly show in under 30 minutes. You can find us on X, formerly Twitter. I don't know if there's a point to saying formerly Twitter at this point. Anyway, it's at 30 minutes or less. And my link tree is in the bio there. The show will range from current events to specific topics of interest. Not really big on social media. Occasionally I've used it for fun. Like I once created a fake restaurant. Basically I pretended to take jobs in local restaurants. And the angle was that I was stealing food for my restaurant. It was like a ghost kitchen, a fake ghost kitchen that I had going. I was putting out fake menus. I was arguing with local property management companies, regarding like rent prices, things like that. Made outlandish claims about other, local restaurants. Even put out a video at one point calling out local restaurants. None of this was like malicious, like it was obviously silly. I thought it was silly, but people would reach out to me. They would DM me with ideas of where I could open up shop. Some opportunities coming up where, my restaurant might work. So, and also no one that I know, like in real life, knew that I was doing it. I was just doing it for my own entertainment. And it wasn't harmful to, actual restaurants. Through that fake restaurant, I once offered $20 for someone to record a video at a local Italian restaurant. The only thing they had to do was flag down waitstaff and say, "Gabagool, over here," like The Sopranos. I had a fake news account, or fake local news, where I had some social media. Did some great work there, exposing stories about how people were introducing opossums to our city as part of a branding strategy. It's around the time when people were aware that turkeys had been introduced here into the wild, but they're not native here. Or the sketchiest motel in town. I made up a spook trail with insane rules. Speaking of spook trails, it's October 23rd. Halloween is my favorite season. So like like the month of October, I'll watch like horror movies every day. And then when November starts, I also do that from November through September. I don't really post on social media that often. But for some, like I have a Threads account, like when everyone said like, Twitter was over, here's Threads, I like made an account. I post my daily watches there. But I really don't know what I'm doing over there, or anywhere on social media. I'm probably too old, and uninterested. So in my link tree on the X, profile, it'll show a link tree. I made a Discord for the show, looking just for it to be like a fun hang, and for the show. And if you're a vinyl collector like me, you can put up pictures of recent finds, things like that. And my Letterboxd is on there. If you want to follow me on Letterboxd, I'll follow you back. I love seeing what other people are watching and seeing if I can get some ideas from there. Also, I'll have the YouTube link there as well. I lurk on social media. It's not that I don't use it. It's that I lurk. Like Fighter and the Kid subreddit, aka PF Chang's. If that doesn't make sense to you, that's okay. But I occasionally post there. I put out a couple hot dishes. But there's enough TFATK content out there. That market is well served. Occasionally I may leak some Shawbisms here and there just because I say them now in regular life. Yeah, so I got to wrap this up. So the show will be, could be current events, funny story, or a specific topic that I'm too into at the time. So then I'll talk about it for, under 30 minutes and get it out of my system. So we're just under 5.5 minutes. So that's perfect. That's good enough for an intro. So go over, find me on X at 30 minutes or less pod. There in the bio, you'll find the link tree and all of the links for the show. And looking to do at least one of these a week. And I think that's pretty manageable. So head over to the Discord. You want to talk movies, music, hobbies, anything like that. Just a chill, relaxed place is what I'm looking for. I'm active on a few Discord communities, and that's kind of more my speed now than Instagram. And I've never had TikTok, not even to watch Daniel Larson videos. If you don't know who that is, that's fine. You probably shouldn't. Anyway, I'm rambling. Welcome to the show. I hope you enjoy it. And I don't even know how I'm going to promote the show because of my lack of social media interactions. So I guess it'll just be something that people will find. So if you're listening to this, you found it. Maybe tell someone else about it or not. You haven't even heard an episode yet, right? Listen to an episode if you like it. Know someone that'll like it. Let them know about it. And we'll talk to you later. And I don't have a catchphrase, so I'm just going to abruptly end the show here.